Well, here we are again. Thanks for joining me for another Heart to Heart talk. I'm John Kuert, the interim pastor at First Assembly in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. And I'm glad to be coming your way another day here. And I hope that all is going well with you. I hope you're having a blessed day and a blessed week. Here we are, the middle of the week already, over the hump day. I'm glad for each and every day. No matter what day of the week it is. Especially always glad for Sundays. And by the way, before we get started, let me just encourage you and invite you to be at our regular services Sunday morning at 10:30, and also Wednesday nights at 6:30. And tonight there's a prayer service, and looking forward to see you there. Well, this week we said we were going to talk a little bit about fear, different kinds of fear. And we all have different kinds of fear, but one of the most common that I think is universal is the fear of failure. In America, we idolize success. Failure is almost the unpardonable sin. Nobody wants to fail. Some people would do anything to win, lower their morals or whatever. It creates great stress on people. When Magic Johnson quit coaching the Lakers many years ago, he admitted that it was because he couldn't stand the stress of losing. Most of us can identify with that. The fear of failure has many different faces. It can cause you to be indecisive. You can't make decisions because you're afraid that you're going to make the wrong one. The fear of failure can make you a workaholic, on the other hand. You never slow down, never rest, never relax because you're afraid of failing. Or the fear of failure can make you a perfectionist. You're never satisfied. It's never just right. What's interesting is that research has shown that the more successful you are, the more you tend to fear failure. Isn't that amazing? The Bible tells us there are 4 antidotes to the fear of failure. And if we don't finish all 4 of these today, we will finish them up tomorrow. So they are this. Remember that everybody fails. Everybody. No exceptions. Only Jesus was perfect. The second thing is realize that when you do fail, it's not fatal. It's not the end of the world. Third thing is recognize the benefits of failing. And fourthly, relax in God's grace. So, first of all is remember that everybody fails. Have you ever made any mistakes? Well, welcome to the human race. It just validates your humanity. James 3:2 says we all stumble in many ways. I hear people say, well, what if I fail? I want to say, what do you mean, if? The facts of life are you have failed many, many times in life. You're a failure right now in some areas, and you're failing in some other areas of your life right now, and you are going to fail a whole lot more in your future. You're going to fail, so welcome to the human race. We all stumble in many ways. There is no one on earth who does what is right all the time and never makes a mistake. That's from Ecclesiastes 7:20, the Good News translation. Nobody's perfect, even superstars. The average NBA player only makes 50% of his shots. That means they miss all the other time. The guy with the best batting average flirted with a 400 percentage mark. Nobody's done that since Ted Williams, and he didn't even get there. That means 6 out of every 10 times he went to bat, he walked back to the dugout. And he was the best in the league. Even superstars strike out. Everybody fails. Failure is going to be a part of the rest of your life. So it's okay. It's normal. It's part of being human. Even the Bible says, all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. We fail. We sin. We yield to temptation. We do the wrong things. We fail in God's sight. But that doesn't mean it's the end of the world. We just need to keep working at it. I was reading about a pastor one time who was preaching on this verse, all have fallen short. And he said instead, thank God that he forgives our falling shorts. It's true. We all have falling shorts or short fallings. When you let go of your image of being perfect, the fear of failure will let go of its grip on you. Just realize, I failed, I am failing, I'm going to fail, but it's a part of human nature. I'm not God. Second thing is this, realize that it's not fatal. We vastly over-exaggerate the effects of failure. We blow it all out of proportion. Failing is not the end of the world. It's probably not going to kill you. The fear of failure is far more damaging than failure itself. Proverbs 24:16, no matter how often an honest man falls, he always gets up again. Even good guys stumble. Even the righteous. Even the people who are trying to do what's right, they make mistakes, they blow it, they stub their toe. Even good guys make mistakes. Successful people are not people who never fail. They're people who get up again and again and again and keep on going. Successful people just don't know how to quit. They keep on going. Paul's a good example of that. He said, we're hard pressed on every side, but not crushed. Perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not abandoned. Struck down, but not destroyed. God says, I'm going to take care of you. You don't need to worry. You don't need to be afraid of failure. Paul said, I take my lumps just like everybody else. Great people are simply ordinary people who have an extraordinary amount of determination. They just keep on going. They realize that you're never a failure until you quit. You're never a failure until you give up. How do you reduce that fear of failure? Redefine failure. What is failure? Failure is not failing to reach your goal. Failure is not setting a goal. Failure is not missing all your dreams. Failure is not having a dream. Failure is not falling down. Failure is refusing to get back up again. So my definition of failure is refusing to give up. We try and try and try again. That's the greatest failure of all, when we give up, when we stop trying over and over again, refusing to try. Paul says, I get knocked down, but I'm going to keep on getting up. You know, some of the famous failures are some of the greatest men that we look up to. One of the presidents of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, he failed over and over and over again, like about 15 times or so. He was defeated in elections. Only once was he elected to Congress in 1846. And then he was defeated for Congress in 1848, defeated for Senate in 1855, defeated for Vice President in 1856, defeated for the Senate in 1858, elected to President of the United States in 1860. So he failed a lot, but he finally made it and became one of the greatest presidents in our country. So let's remember this. Don't be afraid to fail, because everybody does it. Everybody fails. And we'll finish the rest of this message tomorrow as we look at the fear of failure and then a couple of other fears the rest of the week. So I hope that this helps you to have boldness and go out and face the world and don't be timid, don't be fearful, because you know what, we all make mistakes. We're not perfect. Well, God bless you today. Have a great day, and Lord willing, we will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.